Hello everyone. Today we will see the exception handling concept in C++. Now, what is the exception handling? Whenever we are performing the programming, at that time, two common types of errors we will always face. These errors are logical errors and syntactical error. Now, this logical error occurs due to the poor understanding of the problem and the solution procedure. When we actually doesn't understand the problem properly, at that time the logical error will be occurred, because if you don't understand the problem statement properly, at that time you cannot write down the proper logic for solving it. In that case you will be get that is a logical error. And syntactical error, this error occur due to the poor understanding of the language itself. That means if you don't know the syntax of that language properly, how to use the different syntax, in that case you can get the another error that is called as a syntax error. Now we may come across some peculiar problem other than the logical and syntactical error. They are known as a exceptions. Sometimes we can get some other problems rather than the logical and syntactical error. They are called as a exception. Then what is a exception? Exceptions are runtime anomalies or unusual conditions that a program may encounter while executing. That means when our program is get executed, at that time some runtime conditions or unusual conditions may occur, which is called as a exception. And these conditions may be such as division by zero, access to an array outside of its limit, or running out of memory or disk space. Now, when a program encounters an exceptional condition, it is important that we need to identify it and deal it with effectively. C++ exception handling concept provide a safe as well as integrated approach for coping with the unusual predictable problems that arise while executing the program. That means with the help of this exception handling concept, we can deal whatever the exception that can be occur inside when we run our program. So we can deal it with the help of our exception handling concept. Exception are two kinds: synchronous exception and asynchronous exception. Then synchronous exceptions are the errors such as out of range index overflow, whereas asynchronous exceptions are the errors that are caused by the events beyond the control of the program. And the purpose of exception handling mechanism is to provide means to detect and report an exceptional circumstances so that appropriate actions can be takes place. We can provide with the help of this exception handling mechanism, we can take the appropriate action so that we can deal it with properly. The mechanism that suggests a separate errors handling code that perform the following tasks. In the exception handling, we can perform this task: find the problem, that is hit the exception, inform that an error has been occurred, that is throw that exception, then receive the error information, then it will catch that exception and take the corrective action, that is handle that exception. In this way we can handle our exception. The error handling code basically consists of two segments: one to detect errors and throw exception, and another is catch that exception, take appropriate action. And these two segments are nothing but a try and catch block. In the try block we can detect the error and throw the exception, whereas in the catch blocks we can catch the exception that is thrown by the throw statement and take the appropriate actions to handle that exception. So the C++ exception handling mechanism is basically built upon three keywords, namely try, throw and catch. The keyword try is used to preface a block of statement which may generate exception, that is a try block in which that exceptions get generated and in which that exceptions, and this block of statement is called as a try block. Now when the exception is detected in this try block, it is thrown with the help of throw statement in the try block. Now the exception that is thrown by this throw statement, it get catched by the catch block with the help of keyword catch, which catches the exception thrown by the throw statement in the try block. And when we catch that exception in the catch block, we will write some actions to handle that exception properly. So here I show the except relationship between the try block and catch block. In the try block, we detect the exception and throw that exception. After throwing that exception is catched by the catch block, which handles that exception properly. That means here we have to write the code to handle that exception properly. The catch block that catches the exception must immediately follows the try block that throw the exception. That means whenever we throw the exception from the try block, it will be handled by the catch block. So we need to write the catch block which handle that exception immediately after that try block. And this is shown here. Here we are writing the try block which will generate an exception and throw it with the help of throw statement, and immediately after that exception is get catched by the catch block. Here I am showing you one program in which exception is get generated in the try block and which is thrown with the help of thrown statement, and catch block will catch that exception and handle it. Now in this case we are entering two values, that is the a and b, and we are performing the subtraction, that is we are subtracting the value b from the a. Now in the try block we have to check whether the result is becomes 0. If result is not equals to 0, then we can perform that a divided by x, whatever the result come after the subtraction, we use that value to divide the value of a. But if x is equals to 0, then we throw, that is the exception, we are here creating that exception. Then here whatever the exception that is generated by this throw statement, that is catched by the catch block. Now here we are saying that this is the integer I, because whatever the values we are created here, variables that are the integer type. So in the catch we are saying exception caught x. Now when we are here in the output, here I am passing two values 20 and 50. So now 20 is greater than the 15, so x result of x is not 0, and this will give that a divided by x becomes 4. But in the second case I am passing two values, value of a is 10 and value of b is also 10. So 10 minus 10 becomes 0. So when it comes into the try block, x is not equals to 0, it is false. So it goes into the else statement and throw that exception, which is caught by this catch block, and it says that exception caught x becomes 0. In this way the try and catch block will execute it. Here we have to take the note that program detects and catch division by 0 problem. Here as per the numbers you have provided to the compiler, the exception will be caught. In the first output it runs successfully, but in the second run we are giving the values 10 10, so it becomes caught the exception, that is a divisible by 0. Most often, exceptions are thrown by functions that are invoked from within the try blocks. The point at which the throw is executed, that is called as a throw point. In the try block, we are throwing the exception, and that point is called as a throw point. Once an exception is thrown to the catch block, control cannot return to the throw point. Once you have thrown the exception from the try block to the catch block, we cannot return to the throw point, and this kind of relationship is shown in this figure. We are here generating the exception and throwing it with the help of throw statement. So it will be the control is passed to the catch block, and it is not possible to return back to that throw point. Here I am showing the general format of the code for the kind of relationship between the try and catch block. Here this is the try block, catch block, and here we are in the sum function we are throwing the exception which are catched by this catch block. And same example I can show with the help of example. Program example. Here we are writing the function divide, in which we are passing three variables x, y, z. Now if same again, if the subtraction of the xy is not equals to 0, then it will divide the value of z with the result of x minus y and give the result. But if the x minus y becomes 0, then we will throw the exception, that is a divide by 0. And here inside the main, again we are writing the try catch block, in which we are trying to call the divide function with the help of these three values, where it will try to check whether this is becomes 0 or not. And for that try block, here we are writing the same catch block. For one try block, we can write the number of we can throw the multiple exception through the multiple try block, and for that we have to write the multiple catch block. But whether it is possible to catch all the types of exception in the one catch block, it is possible with the help of multiple catch statement. It is possible that a program segment has more than one condition to throw an exception. In such cases, we can associate more than one catch statement with a try as shown in the below. Here we are creating with the one try block, we are passing the different exception, we are throwing the different exception which are catched by the different catch block. If we are passing the we are throwing the integer exception, it will catch by the first block. If we are throwing the different exception, it will be catched by the another block. When an exception is thrown, the exception handlers are searched in order for an appropriate match, that is which type of exception is generated. Whether it is an integer, then it will try to find the catch block with the integer exception. After executing the first handler that yields a match is get executed. After executing that handler, the control goes to the first statement after that last catch block from the try block. When the no matches is found, the program is terminated. It is possible that arguments of several catch statements match the type of an exception. In such a cases, the first handler that matches the exception type is get executed. Here I am showing you the program of multiple catch statement. Here we are throwing the different types of exception, integer, character as well as double, and we are catching that all the statements in the different catch blocks. So here in the try blocks, we are generating the exception of integer, character as well as double, and here we are catching the different exception. Here this catch block catches the character exception, this catch block catches the integer exception, whereas it catches the double exception. And inside the main, we are calling the function with the different values. So in this way, this program will catches the multiple catch statement catches through the only one try block, in which the different exceptions are get generated, and this is the output for the previous program. I hope this session is helpful for you to understand how to exceptions are get handled inside our C++ program. Thank you.